change this to covered stock. Now, I don't want to do 2 May, which is this Friday. I want to do 9 May, which is next Friday. 9 May right here. And remember, we talked about the 35. Because right now it's at 35.75. So if I sell the 35, yeah, I'm losing 25 off the top, but I'm making it up in the premium, so I'm actually having a nice 2 or 3% profit. Okay, fine. What does it look like? The 35's right there. Just one contract, if you may. There we go, one contract at the market because I want it filled instantaneously. All right, so here it is. You ready? Buy one covered call, Suncor, SU, 9 May 25. That means the options are going to expire next Friday. Okay, so next Friday, whoever buys it from me, well, they have the choice. Buy the stocks at that price or don't. It's actually that simple. That's how simple stock options are. All you're doing is you're buying something. And then you say, you know what, I bought this for this. This is what I'm selling it for. Would you like to? And someone steps up and says, yeah, I'll buy it from you at that price between now and Friday. Then they have a choice. They can do it or not do it. Now you're getting all your money back plus a return on your money. Well, that's why we're here, to get a safe return on our money. So number one, never buy something you don't want to buy and hold on to. Well, that's just kind of silly if you think about it. Why else would you buy something? Buy it with the intention of owning it for a long period of time, but with the intention of selling a covered call every week, which means, okay, I bought it at 35.75. I want you to buy it from me at 35. What do you think? Great. For that privilege, this is what you're going to pay me. All right, per contract, $67 per contract. It's not a lot, but they have the right to buy it at that price. So let's do the math on this one. Calculator, here we go. Clear, 67.50 is the profit that we're talking about. And we divide it by the cost of the trade. And the trade, cost of trade, including commission and fees, right there. 34.33. Okay, so divided by 34.33, it comes to a grand total of 1.96. Okay, well, 1.96 is not that bad for 1 week because it's just shy of 2%. Now you do know 2% every single week for a whole year is 100% return, or a little over 100% return. Daz, what's happening? Miren, what's going on here? Hey from England, Daz, what's going on? All right, here we're looking at dividend stock investing for weekly cash flow. 1% a week is over 50% per year. It takes 5 or 10 minutes every day. Simple, easy breezy. It was designed and created for a 9-year-old little girl. Okay, when my daughter was 9, she said, Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? Well, I was floored. I wasn't expecting that. Can you teach me how to trade stocks? Most adults don't understand it. So I'm teaching a 9-year-old how to invest. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. I had very strict rules for her trading. If it wasn't one of the stocks that I picked, okay, one that's consistently profitable, why else would you buy anything else? Okay, if it wasn't on the list, it was a no. If it wasn't the right time, if A plus B didn't equal C, it was no. And it's pretty easy. Can you teach me? Well, you keep showing up every day. I'm here every single night at 9 p.m. Keep showing up. Keep asking questions. Aubrey, how are you today? All right, so that's Devon Energy. I like it, 1.96. I'll write that one down. DVN 1.9. Okay. Next. Ooh, Tractor Supply. TSCO. Or is it TCSO? No, TSCO, yeah. All the way back to the beginning, because that's a very good place to start. TSCO. Tractor Supply. Interesting. High, low, was, is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on here? Don't know. Let's check out the numbers. Is this something we want to take a look at? Well, currently it's at 49.87, so the 50s are going for 55. Okay, that's 1% for the week, for the next 3 days. Well, 1% for 3 days, I can do that one. I got Nicole got a question. Nicole, you came from TikTok. Oh, good evening. Aren't dividends declared? Wouldn't have to own the stock to get the dividend? Absolutely. You got it? Okay. Oh, so you got it. All right. So I don't have to explain it anymore. Right. All right. Let's keep on keeping on. Hey, Lisa M. Lisa M, you just missed that stock you asked for last night. What did you ask for last night? I forget. Texas Instruments. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Let's finish up with Tractor Supply. All right, Tractor Supply. I want to take a look. What's going on here? All right, we're going to say no to Tractor Supply only because. Now, I like Tractor Supply. I do. It's just not feeling right at the time. So take a look. Here's the high. Here's the low. She jumps up, pulls back, jumps up, pulls back, jumps up again. Now she's pulling back again. All right, just not a clear direction at the moment. Okay, so no to Tractor Supply for take because it's not clear. All right, so as I was saying, Tractor Supply is going to be a no. TXN, Texas Instruments. TXN. And here you have it. Oh, it's going to be a no also. Okay, here's the reason. The high, the low, she jumped up, now she's pulling back down again. Okay, it only takes 3 to 4 seconds to look at a chart, the 1-year chart, because you should be able to distinguish in 3 to 4 seconds whether or not it's the right trade. Okay, let's look at the next one. Disney. Now I want to pull up Disney and let's see if you can see it also. Now I haven't looked at it yet. Okay, it should take you 3 to 4 seconds. What are you looking for? You're looking for the high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? And where's it going? 3 to 4 seconds. You ready? High, low, was, is, down, up, down, up. 3 to 4 seconds. Okay? Now, the bounce up here, is that within the 30-day time frame? Well, we'll zoom in and see if it's a little too high for the 30 days. No. Okay, here's the 30-day high. Here's the bottom. She's bouncing up. She still has plenty of space. So let's go back and take a look at the big picture. I just wanted to zoom in and see what's happening there. Okay, again, the high, the low, where was it, where is it? Look at the motion. All right, it is in an upward trend. Great. What do the numbers look like? Okay, for that, 91.17 is the current price. 91.17. The 91 is going for $1.20. Oh, there you go. Because at 91, oh, that says 91.69. No, we don't want that one. The 92 is not going to work. Next week, there you go, 355. Well, hell yeah. For next week. That number sounds good. So let's zoom in a little closer. A year ago, we're right around 111.73. The high of the year, looks like we have a double high at 118. Once at the end of November, and then again in the beginning of February. Okay, the last 90 days. Okay, high, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up. So it is going up. That's what it looks like in the last 30 days, which is the last 3 months. What are the other investors thinking? Well, there's a lot of people out there. Okay, we're all looking the same thing. Buy a safe trade for income. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so last 30 days. Okay, down, up. Simple. Okay? Does it look like it's going to keep going? Well, it looks like it has the momentum. Look at the momentum. Okay, she's definitely going up. 91. The 92 is going for 75 for this week now. The 92 for next week, 305. That's over 3% for next week for Disney. Well, let's plug it in, see what it looks like. Covered stock, and we want to do the 92s for next week, right there. The 92s for next week, one contract at the market, and here we go. Buy one covered call of Disney, DIS. 100s, that's the weeklies. 9 May, which is next Friday. That means the option is going to expire next Friday. The $92 caller option at Disney, at the market to open, blah, blah, blah. What are we making? $395, and it's costing us $8,800. Well, let's find out. $395. Divide 8,800. Divide 8805, and that gives me a grand total of 4.4%. Well, for a week and a half, that's not bad at all. I'll write that one down. Okay, that's a nice one. If you like Disney, that's always the biggest question. Do I like Disney? Does this sound like something I want to do? Okay, so a lot of people don't want to take responsibility for their own money. They feel like, oh, I don't want to have to do 5 minutes of work a day, 10 minutes of work a day. But think about it, 1% for 10 minutes of your time. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but with anything, if you start out slow, the momentum slowly builds. So at this moment in time, you're doubling your money every 4 months. Let's say, just keep compounding it. Okay, you add to it, and it adds up quick, because it really does. Compound interest adds up really quick. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 10 years down the line, you have enough money so you never have to work again. It's a wonderful situation to be in. I hope you all can get there at some point. But you only have 2 choices. Learn to do it yourself. Patience is a virtue. Take your time. Don't make mistakes. Or 2, make enough money to give it to someone else, so whatever it is they're feeding you is going to be enough. Well, it's all a numbers game. Figure it out. It's not that difficult. Let's get out of that. Let's get out of this. Let's go back to this and right to here. All right, so that being said, let's keep on moving forward. All right, so that was Disney. UNC. What the heck is UNC? Somebody wanted to take a look at that last night. UNC. No options. That's a no. Now, somebody asked for CAR. CAR last night. Oh, Avis. Does Avis have dividends? I don't even remember that one. Lisa M., I'm looking pixelated and look like you're underwater on top of that. Your lips are moving and you're not supposed to, so I'm trying to sing it with the YouTube channel. Okay, interesting, Lisa. Thank you for that one. Anyway, let's keep on moving forward. Now, as interesting as Avis may be, did you see this right here? That big jump right there? Yeah, they're at a 30-day high. I don't want to jump on that pony. Look at it. Okay, today it looks like it started taking profits. Are those number projections? Ivy Centered, how are you today? I'm not quite sure what you mean by are those numbers projections or projectors. Projections. Okay, projections. Okay. Well, nothing's for certain until it actually gets filled. You can take a look at the numbers that are posted here. Now, just because the numbers that are posted here comes out accurate, what we're looking at, well, when the market opens first thing tomorrow morning, all these numbers are going to change. So yeah, I suppose you could call it a projected earnings, but the math is still the exact same. What am I buying it for? What strike price am I selling? What's the premium? What is the profit on that? What is the rate of return? They're all math problems. John Bush, how are you today? Next. What is next? Next on the list. Walmart. Wally World. WMT. Now, just to let you know, I do own some Walmart. Look at that. That's interesting. It looks like it's going to be a no. Sorry. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up. This looks like it's going to be the high of a 30-day period. That means it's going to be a no. Now, like I said, I do own some. But that's not someplace I want to jump in. That's someplace I want to jump out. Okay, I want to buy down here and sell up here. So in about 2-3 weeks, it's probably going to pull back down. And I already have it written down for 2-3 weeks from now. Nicole. Now, Nicole, I understand you're new here. I understand you're trying to be helpful. And you want my opinion on O Realty. No. Now, if you take a good look at O Realty, they do not have weekly options. They only have monthly options. Monthly options just don't work for this example. Okay, because it's not monthly income, it's weekly income. So I'm looking for weekly. The only way to get weekly income with O Realty is to sit in front of my computer and watch the screen all day. And I have no desire to do that. Okay, so O Realty doesn't fit. Sorry, but thank you for your interaction, though. Next. Oh, boy. FB, Bitcoin or Solana? I don't do either one. Sorry. Okay, Seattle Mohammed wants to take a look at WIF. Yeah, that's going to be a no, dude. Steven Martinez wants to take a look at Annaly. N-L-Y, Annaly. No. Okay. That's Annaly right there. Here's your bottom, here's your top. Time to take profits, in my humble opinion. Nicole, got it. Thank you for your insight. Now, Nicole, I have a very simple trading strategy. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Per week means it has to be something I can trade on a weekly basis. O Realty, it may be a great company, may have a great track record, but it's like that cute outfit you see in the store. It looks great, but it just doesn't fit. Just doesn't fit. Okay? Lumina, we did Macy's about half hour ago. So we already did Macy's, sorry. Is there a way to put rolling on automatic? I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't think so. Why would you trust your computer with your money? You can roll it with a limit order. Okay, say this is what I want to get, and this is what I want the order to look like. So you buy it back whatever current price is, you sell it whatever the current price is, as long as your profit is X. And then they feel this is just a limit order. That's all that is. So yeah, it's possible. Next, let's roll. Ooh, American Eagle Outfitters, AEO. I forget who asked for this one yesterday. Interesting, it's going to be a no. High, low is, look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's coming down at the moment. So might keep our eye on it to find a new bottom. Because here's the bottom of the year right there. Okay, she jumped up, pulled back, jumped up. Now she's pulling back. So just keep, if you really like AEO, just keep your eye on it. Okay, once it hits bottom, turns around and starts going back up, that's the time to jump in my humble opinion. Not that I'm telling you to do that. Okay. BTC, Bitcoin, no. Bitcoin is not a dividend stock. Automatic no right off the bat. Mary June, how are you today? You're over here on that channel. Cool. I'm used to you being on this channel. Less traffic over there. Huh? CVS. Let's take a look at CVS for Mary June. CVS. Interesting. High low was is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down. What's going on right there? Let's zoom in a little closer. Is it worth our time and effort? I'm going to say no for this week. Here's your bottom, here's your top. Now she's come down going sideways with a little bit of a tilt to the downside. Look at that. Yeah, I'm going to pause on CVS, and hopefully next week or the week after it will look better. It is on my list, though. I like CVS, but not today, June. All right, next. Ooh, Citigroup. Gotta love Citigroup. It's going to be a no. Wasn't that quick? 3 to 4 seconds. Now, it may look, no, it's just 3 to 4 seconds. That's it. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now she's come back down again. So, where she is right at the moment, okay, your top came down, up. Now she's turning back to go back down again. So, not this week. Seattle Momad, 97, 91. WIF, we already looked at that one. So no. Annalie, we already looked at that. Jay Moore, good evening, good evening. Connor, what percentage of your portfolio is long-term holdings? Connor, I'm under no delusion whatsoever. I'm going to live forever. So everything of mine is short-term this week. If it happens to go into next week, great. If not, fine. But for me, long term is 30 days. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so you might be a little on the younger side where long term for you might be 20, 30, 40 years. For me, long term is 30 days. Okay. Tesla has no dividends. Tesla is a no. Wildcat Sam, good evening. J Mar, good evening to you. Uh-oh. This is the third person tonight that wants to take a look at O Realty. Darren, were you not paying attention? O Realty has no weekly options. O Realty is a no. Did we check on T. Rowe Price? Nope, not yet. T. Rowe Price. T. Rowe. Here we go. T. Rowe Price is going to be a no. I like to answer this question right here. Mortgage Magician is telling Connor, no, he doesn't sell anything, really. Well, I have a whole bunch of shit to sell. I'm just not trying to sell you guys anything. We're all adults. You'll say, hey, I like what this guy has to say. I want to see if he has any books. Yeah, well, go into the bio and look. They're there. I'm not going to try to sell you anything here while we're here. Jeff, we already looked at Annalie. Okay, thank you. Gotcha. Thanks. Cool beans. All righty. So you can book the covered call tomorrow for next week? Yes, you can. Jay Moore, you could do it for 3 months from now. Okay, there's so many possibilities. And it's wonderful once you understand how it works. Because once you understand how it works, there's so many different possibilities, which is great. All right. Next. Oh. T. Rowe Price. There was no T. Rowe Price. C. We were looking for Citigroup, right? Yeah, that one's one. No, we already did that one. No. ARR. Okay, what the heck is ARR? Anybody know what ARR is? Armor. Oh, yeah, no. That was quick. Intel. Ooh, we haven't done Intel in a while. INTC. Well, a couple of days. Now, I do own some Intel, so I don't know if I'm obligated to tell you that. I just want to be, transparent. Yes, I do own some Intel. So if I do own something, I will let you know. Because I don't want you to think I'm doing with that pump and dump or that rug pull thing. So if I own something, I'll let you know ahead of time. Yes, I do own some Intel. Okay. However, think about it this way. My little tiny bit of Intel, nothing compared to this. You see this number right here? 77 70 million shares today on Intel traded. 70 million. Yes, I don't think my couple of thousand is going to make a big deal. All right. So yeah, I will let you know if I own something if you feel that might be a conflict of interest. All right. Anyway. High, low, was, is. Look at the motion. Sideways, up. Big drop down. Back up, back down, back up, back down. Look at where we are right now. Okay. It looks interesting. Enough for me to go into the numbers to see, is it financially a good idea to jump in to Intel. 2022 is the current number, so 2050 or 20 is the closest one. I think 20 is the closest. It's going for 62. But if I'm losing 22 right off the top, it means I'm walking away with 38. No. No. Wait a minute, 22, 40. Yeah, I'm walking away with 40 cents, which is 2%. That's for this week. Well, that sounds awesome. Think about it. Now, I know I can add some of the numbers in my head a lot quicker than a lot of people can. But if I buy it, the current price right now is 2022. All right, so if I buy it now and I sell the 20s, so I'm buying it for 2022 and selling it for 20, which means I'm losing 22 cents off the top, right? But the premium, okay, the cash payment I'm going to collect tomorrow morning is 62 cents a share, which would mean if it stays above 20, my sell price would be 20.62 because I collected 62 cents for the premium. So 20.62. But I only bought it at 20.22. That's a 40 cent profit. A 40-cent profit on a $20 stock is 20%. Wait a minute. No. 40 cents on $20 stock is 2%. Sorry, 2%. So 2%, yeah. 2% every week is over 100% per year. Okay, it takes me 5 or 10 minutes. Why not? All right. A year ago, Intel's at 31. The high of the year, 37. The low of the year, 1750. Look at the last 90 days. Okay, last 90 days. High, low, was, is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up. What's going on here? Let's get it a little closer to see if we can make rhyme or reason there. Last 30 days. She drops, retrades, back, retrace, back, retrace. Okay, so definitely going on the upside. Well, that's good. Okay, does it make sense? Well, let's check it out. Let's do a 20 for this week. What does a 20 look like for this week? Okay, the 20 is right there. One contract at the market, and here we go. Buy one covered call of Intel 100. That's the weekly. 2 May 25. That means the option expires this coming Friday. The $20 call option against the stock at the market to open. Okay, here's my profit, 41. 1959 is my investment. What kind of rate of return is that? Give me 1 second. Lisa, why did Intel lose so much premium this last couple of weeks? Ooh, Wildcat wants to take a look at Kohl's. We'll take a look at Kohl's. Do you think Hormel will be good for not this week, but next week? How are you doing today? Matt, I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. All right, so that being said, let's take a look at the numbers for this one before we move on to the next. Okay, so the profit here is 41.50. Okay, 41.50. And we're divided by the cost of the trade, 19.59. So divided by 19.59, and that's 2.1%. So I'm just going to write that one down. 2.1%. Well, that's not that bad if you think about it. I like 2.1%. Jay Moore, so can you book a covered call tomorrow for next week? Yes, you can. No, we have not looked at T. Rowe Price yet. Let's take a look at T. Rowe Price real quick. T. Rowe Price. No for T. Rowe Price. Okay. 16 May, 20 June, 19 July, 18 July, 15 August. Yeah, no. The monthlies just don't work. All right. No to T. Rowe Price. Who's next? All right. Bum, 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 bum. Steve Martinez, what is DHT? DHT. It's a no is what it is. Okay, Steve Martinez, you see this? These are monthlies. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Do you hold most of your stocks over the weekend? I prefer not to, Matt, but sometimes I have to. See, I don't want to take a loss, so sometimes I do have to hold on to them. Captain Obvious, good evening, good evening. All right. Hello. Can I start by investing $100 monthly and on what? Okay, Ellie, good evening, Miss Ellie. I don't know who you are, so I really can't tell you what to do. But if you want to chat, you can make a call. You can drop me off your phone number and I'll give you a buzz and we'll chat. If it's coming from Florida, 941 area code, that's me. All right, next on the list. Okay, World Optimist, we already did Ford. We already did that earlier. Any book recommendations? Yeah, I like the book by Wade Cook, Wall Street Money Machine. It's a simple, easy read. Opened my eyes to a lot of things I didn't know. Wolf wants to take a look at Lowe's. L-O-W, Lowe's. Ooh, I like that. You see that right there? High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down, up. All right. What do the numbers look like? 223. Well, the 225s to go for 162. Nah, next week's 225, 335. Yeah, that works. So next week's works good if you like Lowe's. Now, just to let you know, in case you didn't, Lowe's, L-O-W, is a dividend king. Basically, that means they have been consistently profitable for more than 5 decades. 5 decades. Well, that's nice. Okay? Does it make sense to buy a stock that has been profitable for that long? I don't know. That's a choice you got to make. Let's keep on keeping on. All right. A year ago, Lowe's is at 230. The high of the year, 287. That was in the middle of October. Bottomed out on the 9th of April. Oh, my voice is sounding terrible. Okay, our bottom is 206.39. Okay, right there, 206.39. That's the bottom. Well, look at the motion now. Now she's on her way up. So let's take a look at the last 30 days, see if we have a good idea of where we think this might be going. Okay, up, down, now she's going up. Well, it's clearly going to the upside, right? So how far up is it going to go? Okay. Dustink Bleecker. Oh, Dustin Bleecker. How are you making the most of Macy's in the current moment? I'm down on it also. Now, we already looked at Macy's earlier. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm looking at where the current strike price is, and I'm going 2 to 4 strikes out of the money. Because I don't want to be too close, because if it hits it too close, I might be called out and I might lose money, and I don't want to do that. But I do want to have some money coming in while I'm waiting to collect the dividends for Macy's. Hopefully that made sense. Matt, so you invest on Monday and pull them out on Friday, I'm guessing, for the most part. For the most part, Matt, that's just about right in a perfect world. But it's not always perfect. So sometimes I do have to carry a stock into the next week or carry it for a couple of weeks. As long as it's profitable, I really don't mind. When it's not profitable, that's when it comes into an issue. Stephen, do they always fill? If you put an order in at the market, yes, they are required to fill. Required to fill at the market price. Limit price, they don't have to fill. Okay? That's why I don't like doing it. Oh, Nicole wants to take a look at Microsoft. Okay, Nicole, let's take a look at Microsoft. MSFT, Microsoft. There we go. A little bit pricey for me, Nicole. $400 a share makes me a little uncomfortable. But let's take a look at the numbers. Here's the high, 470. Here's the bottom, 345. A year ago, we're at 400. Now we're at 394. What was the point for the whole year? A year ago, you're at 4. Now you're at 394. What's the whole point? It went up, it went down, it went up, it went down, it went up, it went down. All right. The last 90 days, right there. High, low is, look at this, down, sideways, big drop, back up. Here we are right here. Looks like she's getting ready to top off and come back down again. So let's go to the 30 days, which should be right about there. Yeah, it does not look like it's an optimum time to jump into Microsoft. Okay, down, up, down, up. Well, where do you think it's going to go next? Well, it's already higher than the previous 30-day high. So it's currently, today, is the 30-day high. Let's keep going. All right, so that's Microsoft. I'm going to say no to Microsoft at the moment. It's a little pricey for me. Okay? Next. Oh, Mark. Good evening, Mr. Mark. What program or site am I using for these charts? This is called Think or Swim. It's free to use from Charles Schwab. Okay? They'll let you use it for a while, but eventually they would like you to move your money over to their account. Not that I make anything off of it. I just like the trading platform. Hey, from Alexis, Memphis, Tennessee. Well, good evening, Alexis. How are you today? All right, next one on the list. Kinder Morgan. Ooh, KMI. Interesting. Look at that movement. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up. Currently at 27.21. Now, I don't own any of this, but the numbers do look good. The 27.50s. Not this week. 27.50s next week? No. Okay, just not enough money there. Sorry. I mean, the motion looks good, but the premiums just aren't as nice as I would like them to be. Do you ever trade on your phone by chance? All the time. Okay, I have 7 different accounts, and one of them is on my phone with Robinhood. I love it. I just, click, click, click. I can do it anywhere. I've been on the elevator and made trades. I've been in a restaurant making trades. I've been on the beach on my phone making trades. Okay, I can trade anywhere as long as I have a signal. Let's keep on going. So no to Kinder Morgan because the numbers just didn't look right. Now the chart looks okay, but if I'm not making what I'm looking for, well, there's over 300 different companies. Why would I pick this one if it doesn't fit? I mean, that kind of makes sense if you think about it. If it doesn't fit, why? On the John making trades. Yeah, JC, thank you for that. All right, next. Oh, University of New Hampshire, UNH. Actually, it's United Health something, United Health Group. I just like calling it University of New Hampshire. It's UNH. And I'm from New England. Okay, so New Hampshire is one of those exotic trips we always took. All right, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I'm going to keep my eye on it, looking for the bottom. Look at where it is. It's dropping. So let's zoom in and take a closer look. So 2 weeks ago, we're over 600. Now we're down at 409. Yeah, I want to find out as soon as that thing turns to jump in, because that thing is going to fill. Look at the size of that gap. Well, it always depends on what was the reasoning for that. Now, are they going to go back up? Because they were at 600. Now they're at 4. It's somewhere in the middle to me. So yeah, I would take advantage of it. Well, not at this moment, because we'll just keep our eye on it and see where the bottom actually shows up. Next, SYGAU. What the heck is SYGAU? It's nothing. FFS. Fidelity. Yeah, no. Advanced Auto Parts. I forget who wanted to see this one. Now, I do own some Advanced Auto Parts, just to let you know. Okay, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up. We're at 33.31, so the 33.50s, 54 cents. That's over 1.5% for 3 days. That's a good one, I think. Like I said, I do have some of these. Thank you, Odem. It was nice of you. All right, a year ago, we have the top. And that was 77.71. Okay, last 90 days, or the last 3 months. Big up, big down. Yep, Odin saw that. Right around 51. Look at how many times we hit it. 1, 2, 3. 3 times up here at the $51 area. She drops down, back up, back down, back up. Here's the bottom right here. It looks like it's 29. Now we're at 33. Well, that looks interesting. Let's zoom in a little tighter. $30-day high 30 days ago. Here's your bottom. Now she's going back up nice and slow. Slow and steady always wins the race. Okay, but the big question is, do you like Advanced Auto Parts? It's an interesting question. Do I like Advanced Auto Parts? I don't know. Do you? Okay, Jamar, we already did Pfizer about an hour or so ago. Okay, so that's Advanced Auto Parts. Love it. Next on the list, APP. What is APP? Oh, I've never heard of this one. App Lovin'. App Lovin', really? APP. App Lovin'. It sounds like something from McLovin, one of those movies. Yeah, no dividends, no thank you. Sorry. Okay, you guys are all done with your questions? Cool. Do you mind sharing the average values of your contracts normally? Okay, Nicole, thank you for the question. All my trades are available online on my website, The10MinuteTrader. Okay, just click on the little hamburger and go for the 2024 trades and the 2025 trades. They're all there. I share everything on 3 accounts. I got 7. I share 3 of them. So you can see exactly what I'm trading every single week. All right, next. Have you ever thought about day trading and swing trading at the same time? Absolutely. in my younger days. I don't do it anymore because, I'm retired. I have better things to do with my time. I forget what I was doing today. Oh, I was playing on my boat today. Wow, that happened to Advanced Auto Parts to dip so much. Don't know. App loving, no dividends, no thank you. Let's move on to the next. Now, I don't know why people always want me to take a look at MSTY. It's always the same answer, MSTY. I don't think they have any dividends. Well, let's check. Yield Max, MSTY. Let's check out historical data on those dividends. Dividends only. All right. All the dividends. Okay, this thing's not even 2 years old yet. So I'm going to say no. Okay, so I like companies that are at least 2 decades. Now, the stock market's been around for over 400 years, so why would I want a stock that's only been around for 2 years? Misty's the same thing. Yeah, I understand it's an ETF. It's an electronically traded fund. Yeah, an ETF. I get that. Why people want me to look at it constantly, the dividends are all over the place. It goes from 4 to 2 to 3 to 2 to 1 to 1 to 4 to 4 to 3 to 2. That's no consistency in my opinion. Okay? Now, when you're retired, you rely on a safe, consistent, predictable amount of money coming in every single month. Well, that's where I am. I'm on not really a fixed income. My income is whatever I make it to be. Okay, but I'm looking at that 1% every week to be my income. So that works for me. All right, next. ULTY. What is ULTY? ULTY. No. Monthly. No, thank you. Next. John Deere, DE. We're running out of stocks. Ooh, look at that. High, low, was, is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 461 to 462 is going for 440. Not quite 1% for this week, but definitely for next week. Nice numbers for next week. Matt, have you ever thought about day trading? Okay, yeah, I already did that. What are the top 3 companies you invest in? Well, this year, it would have to be U.S. Steel, Harley Davidson, and what's another good one? I think Riot's doing pretty good. But Intel and Dell are also good this year. For me, anyway. Because I trade them differently than other people trade them. All right. John Deere. Let's take a look. High, low, was, is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So what's going on here? Let's zoom in a little bit. Is it even worth us taking a look at it? I don't know any of it. Okay. So here's the last 30. Down, up, down, up. Now it looks like she's coming back down again, unfortunately. BMY, Bristol Myers Squibb. I can't believe I actually came. Oh, I got a few more to look at. BMY, oh, check that out. Bouncing off right there. That looks pretty neat. Okay. High, low, was, is. Look at that. Down, up, down, up. All right. Nice. Let's take a look at it. A year ago, we're at 44.82. The bottom was in the beginning of July at 39.29. Okay, we topped out in the beginning of March at 63.41. The last 90 days, which is the last 3 months. Last 3 months. High, low, was, is. Check it out. Down, up, down, up. This looks great place to be. Look, Way up here, drops down. Now she's bouncing off that bottom. It's exactly what I'm looking for. That's what I look for. Last 30 days, right there. Look at that, 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Now she's bouncing up 2 days to the upside. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. If she opens higher tomorrow, I'm definitely in at 49. All right, let's do the 49s. $49. One contract, just one. At the market. Here's Johnny. Buy one covered call BMY, that's Bristol Myers Squibb. 100s, that's the weeklies. 2 May, oh wait a minute. Did we want to do this week's or do we want to do next week's? 43, 4,000. No, that's not even 1%. All right, no for this week. Because see, I always say, read it out loud to make sure it sounds right. Now we looked at the ones for this week. That's just not as good as next week. Look at what we're making. $43 off of a $4,800. That's not even 1%. That's a little bit less. So let's say no to this week. And we're going to change it right here from 2 May to 9 May. Now let's see what it looks like. Now that looks a little better. Buy one covered call, Bristol Myers Squibb, 100, that's the weeklies, 9 May, which means it's going to expire next Friday. Not this Friday, which is day after tomorrow, because tomorrow's Wednesday. We're at Wednesday already, can you believe that? So Wednesday, and then the Friday, 3 days away. What's it going to be in 3 days? $89.50 is the profit, $4,800 is the investment. That looks like it's going to be a halfway decent return. Well, $89.50 divided by the maximum, right there, cost of trade including commissions and fees, $48.11. So what is that divided by $48.11? It's 1.8%. Well, I like 1.8%. BMY 1.8. Okay. Not a big winner, but it is what it is. Jamar wants to take a look at Google. Google. Jamar, I have no idea why you want to look at Google. All right, Jamar, you ready? Here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go. Okay, here it is, right here. Alphabet Incorporated, Google. Okay, dividends only. Let's go back all the way to the beginning. Look at that. From 2004 to today. They paid 4 dividends. That's it. 4. 1 year. That's it. No. Can we all say it together? Hell no. Or that's a no. What the hell are you thinking? Okay, if the company only has 1 year of profits, that's it. Yeah, no. Thank you. Thank you, JC. Oh. All right. So Jamar, Google is a no. 1 year of dividends, no, not enough. Not for me to invest my money in anyway. All right, next on the list, Verizon. VZ, Verizon. Verizon, baby. All right, let's do this. Interesting. High, low, was, is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down. What's going on here? Let's zoom in. Is it worth our time and effort? Take a look at Verizon. Oh, yeah. All right, let's back it up. A year ago, we're at $40. The bottom of the year was mid-January, this January, $37.54. And then a couple of weeks later, she shoots up to the top of the year, 47.36. And that was the second week of March. Well, look at where we are now. Okay. Up, down, up, down. Now she's going up again. 2 days to the upside, bouncing off of this bottom here, 2 days. That's what I like to see right there. But that's me. You've got to figure out what you like. I looked at JC, high return. Okay, well, let's take a look at it. 30 days ago, okay, here we are, 30 days ago. Up, down, up, down. Now she's definitely going up. Great. Well, it happened last week too. Here was a bottom, 2 days to the upside, and the third day was a pullback. Well, what's tomorrow going to look like? Well, because here's the pullback here, 2 days to the upside. What's next? Are we going to have a pullback tomorrow, or are we going to go up tomorrow? Okay, if she opens up higher tomorrow, that's my sign to jump in. Because on the third day, that's where I jump in, if it makes sense for me. Well, I like Verizon. Everything looks pretty good. The 43 for this week is only 31. I'm going to say no for this week. But next week's 43 is going for 54. Well, that's close to 1.5%. Well, that works for me. Next on the list. KHC. Okay, we got like 4 left to go, and that's going to be it for the night. KHC, which is what is that one? Heinz ketchup. Yeah, we're going to say no. Look at that. Drop, 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 drop. 5 days going down. Yeah, keep an eye on Heinz ketchup next week, because as soon as it finds the bottom, it will turn around. So Kraft Heinz looks good for next week. KHC. All right, it's on the list. Oh, give or take her, sir, how long have you been executing this strategy? About 15 years. I think it was 15, maybe longer. Next. Bank of America. We got 3 more to go, then we're calling it a night. Okay, Bank of America. BAC. That don't look good. $30-day high, 30-day bottom. Look at that momentum. She's starting to slow down. She's at $40 right now. Now, are you okay with buying Bank of America at 40? Me, I would have wanted to get down here. Because 3 weeks going up, I don't think it could do 4 weeks or 5 weeks. But what do I know? Two more to go. Oracle, ORCL, ORCL. Oh, yeah. You see that one right there? High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. She's at 140 at the moment. The 140s are going for 288. Well, that's nice. That's 2% for 3 days. I'm going to write that one down. All right, let's zoom in and take a closer look. The bottom of the year for Oracle was a year ago. Now it's 113.85. Now the top, well, that was in the beginning of December. Bill, ETH stock. Hey, Bill, can you reread that and then resend it? Because ETHE doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, so there's the high right there at the beginning of December. The last 30 days, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Take a look. Here's the high, bottoms out, big jump up, pulls back from here to here. That's almost a $20 move. Almost 20 bucks. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Could it keep going? Because the top's 148 and we're currently at 140. Could it make another week? I don't know. Well, this week's 140 is going for 288. Okay, the 139 might be better. Okay, because if you can buy it at 139.44, sell the 139, it's a safer trade. There's something to be safe for safer trades as opposed to more profitable trades. Okay, do the numbers work? Does it sound good? Do I like this company? These are all important questions you got to need to know. Am I willing to buy this and hold on to it for a long period of time? Now, for me, a long period is 30 days, but for you, it might be 5, 10, 15 years. That's my idea of long term. Okay, that's Oracle. UPS. Well, that's interesting. High and low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down, up. 97. The 97's going 79. Yeah, not this week. Next week's 173. That's almost 2%. If you like UPS. Well, let's take a closer look at it. A year ago was the high at 153.86. Last 90 days, well, here's your high, here's your bottom. Look at the motion. High, low, is, down, up, down, up. Okay, what's happening here? 3 days in the downside. Let's zoom in a little closer. Look at that, last 3 days. Boom, 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 coming down. Yeah, I'm going to pass on UPS for the time being until I get a better pricing chart, better looking chart. That's right, the better looking chart's what I'm looking for. Okay. UTK, Bill, what the heck is UTK? UTK. UTech has no options. Yeah, no thank you. Riot. Who wants to take a look at Riot? New Jersey wants to take a look at Riot. I'm going to say no to Riot. I barely even looked at the chart. Barely even looked at it. Look at this. Here's your bottom here. She jumps up. 3 days coming back down. Yeah, I'll wait and find that. The B guy, we already looked at Estee Lauder earlier. Okay? And XRP is not a dividend stock that we look at. JHX. Never heard of it. JHX. No. Pepsi. PEP. Lovely, lovely. I'm going to say no to Pepsi for this week. Okay, Jersey, we already looked at Macy's. Sorry. Okay, take a look at this. 30-day high, 155. Now we're at 132, way down here. Okay, that's the bottom. Actually have the new bottom of a 30-day period today. Okay, so no to Pepsi today. But I'll keep an eye on it because the next 2 days, once she makes that turn, starts going back up again. So Pepsi might be good for next week. So I'm going to write Pepsi for next week. New Jersey wants to take a look at Mara. M-A-R-A. M-A-R-A. There we go. Oh, interesting. Since you know some stuff on day trading, how do you know a stock is about to boost up? Follow the money. That's it. Just follow the money. JC, yep, Pepsi up 0.41 today, and maybe just a hair early on that. Okay. We're looking at Mara now. All right, so let's take a look at Mara. The high, low is, look at the motion. Up, down, up, down. Now she's going up. What's going on right here? It looks like she's turning around. Well, and she is. She hits the top. Now she's pulling back a little bit. Not something I want to jump into. However, I'll give it a couple of weeks. I'll put Mara down for 2 weeks from today. But not this week, not next week. Thank you for the answers, Matt. You're welcome. That's why we're here. Bill, MUFG. MUFG. No, Bill. What were you thinking? All right. Uh-oh. Paul, how does after hours affect your decision to roll forward? For example, S-Bucks stopped $4 in after hours. Oh, well, let's pull it up. Starbuckies. All right. Now, he's right. Paul mentioned that these numbers right here, these are after hours traders. That's what's happening right now. Now, all of these numbers, these numbers over here, these numbers down here, these numbers here, and these numbers here, well, those are all day trading numbers. At 4:30, these numbers stopped moving. The bid and the ask, they're still moving because they are active, because they're still trading this stock as of this moment. So Mr. Bill, was it Bill? No, sorry, Mr. Paul said that Starbucks has dropped $4 in after hours trading. Okay, that's kind of informative, okay? But what happens when the market opens tomorrow morning? Is it still going to be there? Or is it going to be back to business as usual? Maya, FSLR. What the heck is FSLR? FSLR. First Solar. Interesting. But look what's happening down here. Okay. High, low, came up. Now she's pulling back. So it's going to be a couple of weeks for that one. NMFC. NMFC. No. HDFC. HDFC. No. Oh, JC said Starbucks released earnings at close today and missed. Well, I've seen bad earnings and saw the stock go up. I've also seen positive earnings and the stocks go down. So I don't pay too much attention to it, and I'm perfectly okay with owning Starbucks at 84. Thank you for the news. You're welcome, Matt. I think that's it. Yep, just a note. Thank you, JC. Last one on the list for tonight, Alcoa. AA. Now, I do own some Alcoa, just to let you know. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down. What's going on here? We zoom in a little bit closer. What's going on? All right, well, a little closer. You see the 30-day high is way up here. Here's your 30-day bottom. Bounces up, pulls back, bounces up again. Now we're coming down 3 days and the downside. Not the greatest time to jump in, but do you own it? I already own some, so let's see what happens to them this week. That's about all I can say. So you guys looks like you're all questioned out. So I'm going to call it a day. Who's over here? Ari, how are you doing today, Ari? Bug Bite, good evening to you too. Nicole, have a good evening. Alrighty. So that being said, you guys are out of questions, so I'm going to call it a night, rest my throat for a little bit, and see you guys again tomorrow. Yeah, you're done today, Bill. Me too. It feels like a long day today. It just feels long. Bye for you guys. And bye for you guys. And you guys, see you guys tomorrow. And now... And bye.